What's up, guys? Long time no see. How you doing? This video is going to be meant for those who missed out on today's stream. Today marks a very important, borderline, possibly monumental point in price action in Bitcoin or Bitcoin history, whatever you want to call it. We have broke the previous all-time high, right? It happened around, I think it was like 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, something like that. I was asleep, so I missed the initial reaction off of the actual all-time high. As you can see, we're down. At one point, we touched about 15-ish%, right? We're currently sitting just about 7% below the all-time high. In my personal opinion, guys, I am still bearish to an extent, right? I'm not as bearish as I once was, but as I've been watching this develop and kind of thinking about what possibly could happen and what the next possible move is in the market, to me, it just makes the perfect, it's the perfect recipe to get people excited, get people to FOMO in, build up all this hype, and to just drop it right on your heads. Remember, the market moves in a way that creates the most emotion out of people, whether it's fear or FOMO. Those are the primary two main emotions that people feel when they're trading or buying into assets or just investing in general: fear and FOMO. So you create fear by dumping the price, you create FOMO by pumping the price. I can go on a whole hour rant just on that alone, but just a quick little recap. So to go straight into it, I have a nice little area of drawings here. Wrong one. Okay, so this is the game plan. Right now that we put in a larger setup, all right, and if you guys don't know what this larger setup is, all right, I've joked about this in the past. I've kind of like joked around about the idea that this is happening. I didn't think this was going to happen at first, but now that we're here, we have to talk about it. First things first, if you guys aren't familiar with the trading strategy that I use, which is the ABC trading strategy, feel free to go check out the YouTube channel. It's pretty much my main video that I have on the channel, I believe so, if I'm not live. So definitely go check that out. There's tons of videos where I talk about this. I talk about my strategy on live streams as well. Definitely look into it if you're not familiar with how I trade. Pretty much using that mindset, that idea, the market likes to cause ruckus, gets people's emotions all riled up, whether it's fear or FOMO. It creates situations to where you're gonna get people trapped in positions. What is the ultimate way of doing that? Is taking out highs, taking out lows. So you can see we took out a high here. Now, even though the size of this ABC is significant, in my personal opinion, it's not the end of the world. We just have to understand where price can go and talk about the levels that we can find as support. But yeah, pretty much going back to the drawings I have here. Where is it? Let me just get rid of this. All right, I'm pretty much bearish under one condition. The main condition is being this line, right? I'm gonna, all right, which pretty much this red pivot up here, which is the previous all-time, or where the previous all-time high was. Now that we faked out above it and now we're below, in my personal opinion, this is a potential top of a larger range that we're working with. The range being basically the high at 69K, the low at 15K. Now, do I think that we're going to go ahead and test each side of the range? Possibly not. I don't know yet. It's too early to tell. But something you guys do have to understand is that we're in a situation to where if we are below at this point, there's no reason to be bullish. No reason. Price has a very good chance of coming down and retesting supports. That's something that I've been waiting for a very long time, right? This is not a retest. This is not a retest, right? We need actual longer term retest of supports. Something that I'm like I said, it could be anything like that's just an example. But we need to come down and test levels of support to confirm whether we actually are going to be bullish or bearish. In this case, bullish. We just haven't gotten that this entire uptrend. So for me, there's no reason to be too bullish at the moment. So at the moment, I keep saying at the moment because it's true. Things can change tomorrow. Things can change in a week. But as we're making this video, I'm currently shorting. I'm out of the market 50%. I still have half my bag still in, but I sold half of my bag. And I got in around this peak here. Back at half like 12:30, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, somewhere around there. I woke up late, so I didn't get the best entry. But I'm pretty much on the sidelines 50% until we either get a further retest of the downside or we break back above. Going back to what I was saying before, this pivot, this line is crucial to determine whether or not we're actually going to be continuing to the upside or not. So once we understand that, we need to talk about where price can go to retest supports. In my personal opinion, we got to go one level at a time. Some levels are more significant than others. For example, this 50K level off of this support here, it's not too significant in my opinion. The first one that really sticks out is like this 38K range. But besides that, I mean, there's nothing really stopping us besides these two levels to test 32K. Ultimately, possibly 25. But if we break 25, I think there's a very high likelihood we test 15. We don't have to test 15, but we can get pretty damn close. So, am I full on bear? No. Am I bearish? Yes, until the market gives me a reason not to be. So I got my stops above this pivot. I'm probably going to go for like 12, 15% just because I didn't get the best entry. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm not too focused on any of the other coins. You can see everything is red right now, except for Uniswap, surprisingly. But yeah, that's pretty much the main idea of what I'm working with. I'm bearish until the market tells me otherwise. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinions on this. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. And this is just kind of putting this out there to see what happens. If things change, I'll let you guys know my plan going forward if things do change. But, since we're not there at that point yet, I'm not too worried about it. So, like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't. I really would appreciate it. And yeah, check out the live streams. I'll try to live stream at least once a week, sometimes twice. Unless, stuff like this is happening where the market's getting a little exciting. You might see me more often. But yeah, I appreciate it. That's the game plan going forward. Until next time, be good, be safe, trade safe. Let's see what happens. Take care, folks.